Great day, great day, great day. It's me. It's me. Happy YouTube Day, guys. Welcome to episode 37. Last week, I know it was a really emotional week for a lot of us. I was dealing with, the stuff that we all went through with navigating through the election, and I had my own personal things I was dealing with at home. So, I was like, okay, just not today. So I'm back. It's new month, it's November, and I wanted to start out with something not different, but different, if that makes sense. Um, so this is the first video for November. I know that we're in the holiday season. I make this joke. Not really a joke, I'm kind of like serious about it, is that Thanksgiving is practice for Christmas. So once November 1st hits, it's officially in my mind season. So that's when we start rehearsals, get the playlist together. It's time to get, it's Jingle Bells time. Like it's Jingle Bells time, right? Right. So, it's Jingle Bells time. And, Mariah Carey, like she's in hair and makeup. She's thought out. So she's in hair and makeup. She's getting prepped and everything for her to huh, do her thing. So, holiday time. I came up with this topic in September when I was doing like my time to just write and everything. And I'm kind of just I try to do notes, but I'm like, all right, let's just freehand this and just go straight off the dome, from the heart to the dome, from the heart to the dome to the mouth, and that's how we're gonna do this today. All right. Um, the topic: navigating through grief during holiday time. Now, I don't know about you, but I know a couple people a couple of people that I've had this discussion with about grief and when's the hardest time when's the hardest time, for you, and what it came down to was holiday time. Um Especially that first holiday after a person's passed on, it's difficult. I'm gonna give a couple of examples just to go from there. Christmas time, Thanksgiving time has always been difficult for me. Um, Mainly, and it's been difficult since I was a child. As we discussed, my brother passed away when he was five. Well, excuse me. My brother passed away when I was 5 and he was 3. And he passed away the first week of December. And it was the December the 4th. And Christmas has always been difficult because it's like it's supposed to be a happy time, then it's a reminder of that's when the trauma took place. And then that's when it's like your first Christmas, all these things are going on, and it's like, whew. So the days that I have the hardest days that I've had the hardest time with have been his birthday, the day he passed away, and Christmas time, because it's like it's consistent reminders that he's not here and what I experienced as a 5-year-old. Um, Now, since then, we've lost loved ones, but in the last couple of years, I've lost people that I would say within the last 10 years, I've lost some very important people in my life. Very, um, what's the word? Influential people in my life. Aunt Teresa. Aunt Teresa, my mama, who's my grandma on my mom's side, my papa, who's my daddy on my daddy's side, and this year um, we lost my Aunt Shantae. And this holiday season, it kind of has me in like, like the year of the first. The year of the first, it's like it's always one of those hard moments, especially when you're really close with someone. For me and my aunt, I keep saying that's my anchor word. It kind of helps me pace myself. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take my time. With my aunt, she went through the trauma of my brother passing away with me. She was the one that was there. So everything that I saw, the hard, gruesome details, she saw. Same nightmares I had, she had those same nightmares. So, um, like this year was different on my brother's birthday because it was like, okay, she's not here. She's not here. Okay, cool. Um, like, how I'm move through this, you know? And it was different. It was difficult because usually on his birthday I could talk to her and we'll check on each other. And I didn't get that call. I didn't get to make that call, you know? Then it comes down to this year is going to be, Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I remember when my grandmother passed away in 2019. I remember that Christmas was very important. It was our first Christmas without her. And to help us navigate through that, my mother, my auntie, and my grandmother, me as the oldest grandchild, my mom and my auntie as her only children, it was like, because I would say like as a child, I spent the most time with my grandmother as far as like the babysitting and stuff like that. Like I had years with her. So it's one of those things where it was like, because like growing up, Christmas was important with her. I'm kind of going off a little bit, and I'm thinking getting off the dome. Christmases were so special because I remember Christmases at her house and how much love it was, and her making breakfast. I remember so many like beautiful moments, and I know that year was going to be different for all of us because even as an adult, it was still the fact that she was not going to be here. So, um, I remember I really went above and beyond and overboard to make sure that I kept the energy high, kept my mom's energy high. And okay, God, thank you. This is how I navigated through my grandmother passing away and that first holiday season without her. Um, what I did was I put a lot of energy into making sure that, you know, we processed we processed grief in an upbeat manner, with the upbeat pace. It was something to do, something to laugh about. And I know we all had our hard moments. It was weird because my grandma, she wouldn't make right because I'm spoiled. Um, so I know I love, I, I love strawberry cake. I don't like strawberries, but I love strawberry flavor. So my grandma would make a strawberry cake with strawberry icing, and she would do, the little cake mix or whatever, little Pillsbury Doughboy mix or whatever. And she would do that. And my brother, he liked, brother Aaron, he liked the carrot cake. Shantae liked German chocolate cake. And my grandma would make these cakes and cakes that we liked. Um, and it was different because I know, like, with it being the first year, like, a lot of effort was putting into making sure that we had the best the best time possible. Um, I'm trying to think about Christmas dinner, what we did. I know we went out for Christmas Eve. We did a Christmas dinner. Um, we did something Christmas Eve with like shrimp and grits and stuff. And then I want to say we did have Christmas dinner that my mom did cook. And we all put in effort to try to, how can I say this? Embrace this new how can I say this? Russell, say it. Um, this new way of living without her. So we did that. We went to the movies. I remember one time my highlight from that Christmas, and my auntie, she was in Virginia at that time, and I remember called her and I was like, hey, you should come here for Christmas. You should come here for Christmas. And she was like, I don't know. She's like, I don't think I can afford it. And I was like, well, how much is it going to cost you? I'll pay for you to get here. No, 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 no. It's not that. No, no. And I paid for her to come here because it was one of those we needed each other. You know, we needed each other. So, yeah, that's how we navigated through that holiday season. Auntie came here. I remember we went to the movies. We went to see Cats. And it's so interesting because we went to see Cats, but I didn't get to see Cats. And I treated us all to the movies. Yeah, went to see Cats, but I didn't see it because I kept having to go to the bathroom, so I missed 90% of the movie. Sucks, right? And I remember we went back home. Well, it's Target, and then we went back home, and this is after Christmas. We went back home, and we ended up having a Nerf gun war. Like, I still have the videos and stuff in my home. We had a Nerf gun war. And when I tell you, like, we was eating each other up left and right. My auntie had my phone. She was recording. It was me, my mom, CJ, and Nevaeh. And we were just sitting there just going to the like, pow, 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 pow. And I remember one time, like for all those times my mama sat there and rolled by McDonald's talking about something, do you got McDonald's money? I lit her ass up. But we had such a great time laughing and joking. And then once like the mood went down and stuff, we just really just it that's how we navigated through our holiday season through our grief. And I'm learning with my auntie passing away, I have to hold on to I have to hold on to a new way of living, another new way of living, and this time with my grief, I'm processing it differently and focusing on my grief. So I've put things in motion for me to have the best Christmas possible and understand, yes, my auntie is not here. Because you're going to have rough moments. I have moments every Christmas where I end up like, I break off to a bathroom no matter where I'm at. And I cry for a little bit. Cry, get it out of my system. I perk back up and I push back and push forward. And I think it's important, even in this moment, if you're not dealing with grief, to check on your friends who are navigating through grief this year. Check on your friends to make sure that they're okay because sometimes with some of us, certain things trigger us. Um, like, for instance, like certain cakes and stuff, right? Excuse me. My grandma always made a strawberry cake, and it's like, all right, I'm going to find somebody that can make a strawberry cake, or even get a slice of one from Publix or whatever, sometime during December, just to have to eat and enjoy, to honor their memory, honor her memory, and I think that's important during holiday season and navigating through your grief is you want to make sure that you honor that person. You acknowledge the fact that even though they're not here, their spirit still lives through those holidays. You know, like Christmas is very special to me because it's one of those times where, you know, like I said, I'm careful, but it's special to me because I really think back to a lot of great memories with my grandmother, a lot of great memories with my auntie. I can think of so many different things that's happened over the years. Christmases with my family, my parents were together, and all of us were. I remember so many memories that I could sit there and say, okay, like we really had some great times despite our grief. We were hurting, but we were still able to. Because I think another key to it is surrounding yourself with love. Surrounding yourself with genuine people who love you and care about you. And surrounding yourself or put yourself in an environment to where it's uplifting, it's positive, it's happy. Um, because Christmas is a time to celebrate. It's not just about the gift giving, but you get to celebrate having loved ones around. You get to celebrate being able to enjoy things with one another, like especially at this adult age. Like I'm going to a Christmas party, and it's gonna have a bunch of matching pajamas. It's gonna be it's all these fun things that are going on this Christmas, and I'm just like, this is this special. It's important. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, and I'm honoring my aunt in a way to where I'm doing something that she would have wanted me to do. She wouldn't have wanted me to be sad. She wouldn't have wanted me to be all over the place, rolling on the floor. She would want me to be happy. She would want me to be laughing. She would want me to be enjoying myself because that's what we had as children. That was the gift that my grandmother gave to us. That's the gift that my mother and my father gave to us. That's the gift that, you know, I've gotten over the years. No, I've got that's the original gift from my grandma. Were great Christmases, and we didn't have a lot. We didn't have a lot. Um, we grew up well, but we didn't have a lot. But we had each other. We had each other. We had a lot of fun times. I remember one year, and I'm sorry, I'm just reminiscing with you guys. I remember it was this go kart because my parents used to always go to Sam's Club. Like my dad would go every weekend, and we would go there, and they had this go kart, and I really really wanted it. And I remember we got that for Christmas. It was a gift for all of us. And we couldn't go in the garage. And I couldn't figure out why. Like every time, sometimes, we just couldn't go in the garage. And eventually, me being who I am, ended up in the garage. And guess what's in the garage? The go-kart. So Christmas Eve. I think the thing about like with my with my dad and my mom, I think they especially my dad, because he actually said this. My dad really enjoyed being able to look at his kids and say, I provided this for my kids. I was able to provide them with a memory, and that was his flex, you know. It wasn't about the value of the gift, but it was a memory that was made with the gift that had the most. But that's what gave it the real value, not the money that was spent, but the memory that was made. That was the value. And I remember that night they let us see the go kart, and that was our Christmas gift. And that was our big gift, and we got smaller gifts, but that was like our big gift because that thing was expensive as hell. So that night, right? Revved it up or whatever, and got to drive it, and it was so exciting. Oh my gosh. It was so exciting. I almost crashed it because I learned that you can't press the gas and the brake at the same time. You gotta press them one or the other. So I had that fun memory. Put a nice little little dent, or created a little ditch thingamajigger, you like a deep tire track in our neighbor's yard. But hey, it is what it is. Jesus wept. Um, but memories like that, I think about. That's how you push through grief. That's how I plan to push through my grief. Is accepting, embracing, and honoring. Accepting the fact that, okay, my auntie's not here. Embracing the fact that she's in a better place and she's still in my heart, and she has attachments in certain pieces and aspects of the holiday for me. Um, and honoring her by making Christmas the best that it can be, because it was rough for a lot of us, like for a while. Because again, like for some people, they have a hard time at Christmas without the loved ones. Me, it's hard because December is the month that he passed away. So it's like it's just like shit. Like it's a lot, you know? So um another thing that I'm doing is preparing and praying and really sitting there and asking God for guidance on how to navigate through it. And I'm also taking the opportunity to focus on the loved ones that I do have here, the ones that I can still love on, laugh on, say, I love you, reach out to them, and just, you know, embrace the ones that are still here, you know? I It'll be my first time going to a Christmas party in such a long time. And the aspect and the planning of what it's going to be, I am so excited because I know it's going to be a great night of laughter, shit talking. I'm not singing, but somebody probably singing. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And my plans for Christmas were already pre-made before we even knew my auntie was passing away. I had already sat there and set in stone what I was doing for Christmas this year. So it worked out. It worked out in the best way possible. So we're here 21 minutes strong. And I think I'm going to go ahead. I've talked about this and I'm going to go ahead and bring it on home. So for those of you who are navigating through grief, take your time. Take your time. And hold on to your joy. Hold on to your peace. You know? Christmas is still a gift because you're still here. And sometimes you know it may hurt a little bit at first. However, when you see something or feel something or smell something or taste something, try not to focus on the fact that person isn't here, but focus on the memory that that person is attached to from that moment, or think about the memory, how that person's attached to it. Think about how they made you laugh or a certain thing was said. Like, think about different things like that, you know? For me and my grandma, it was her strawberry cake, and it was her potato salad. With my auntie, Jesus, there's so many. With my auntie, it's always going to be like her telling me she didn't like it when I was born because my grandma got me gifts and she had to share gifts and stuff. I will always remember her different, like watching her eat the sweet potato cake and being excited, sweet potato pie being excited, and different stuff like that because she was a foodie. I have different memories of laughing and joking with her that I can sit there and say I did that with her. You know, plenty of fun Christmases with my auntie. What's another one? Um, with my brother, we didn't have too many Christmases together. We didn't have too many. We had three together, um, and three together. And I could say that I still have an opportunity to be here, and I have an angel that watches over me. You know, um, so I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have those things to hold on to when it comes to, um, even with my auntie. I have fun memories with her, my great grandma. When I see like those little really huge, like those old school, really huge Christmas light bulbs, I think about how she had them on her fence. I think about the smells, and those smells have memories with those loved ones attached to it that'll never go away. And all those people that I've lost in my 37 years, even the last 10 years, certain smells it makes it so much better because they make it so much sweeter. They make the smell so much more enjoyable because it's reminders that I had those moments with them, and even though they're physically not here, those memories have not gone nowhere. They're still here. So I think about I think about different. I'm thinking about different ways how, how the smells. It'll when I smell something, when I hear something, when I eat something, it'll be like little pieces of them reminding me that they love me and they're still here with me. You know. So yeah, yeah, they're still in those. They're in those memories attached to those certain traditions, so to speak. Like I have, like I do this thing. Um, I do this thing. Well, I'll show you guys. This will be a surprise. I'll show you guys Christmas. It's this thing that I love to do with the song, "The Silent Night" by the Temptations. Like that is like my highlight of the Christmas season, and it's because it's a memory that, and it's created a tradition that I'm so proud to be a part of, and I'm so proud that someone very special to me has taken the time or the thoughts. Well, two people that are very special to me have taken the thoughts, and when they hear that song, they think of me. When I hear that song, I think of them, and we have that. So it's like no matter what, no matter where life takes us, because we all have, we all go home at some point, and like I know if I was, if God was to call me home, whenever they would hear that song, they'll think of that was, I did that with Russ. And that's not to be morbid. That's just the reality that we have different things that are, and I'm grateful because God gives us those gifts to where we have memories that we can hold on to through smell, through sight, through smell, through sight, through touch, through taste, like, and people are attached to those things, you know? So I hope I made sense of what I was saying. Like I said, it was from the heart to the dome through the mouth. Um, yeah. And even if you find yourself falling into a dark place or into a sad place, you have to remember your triggers. Remember how you combat your triggers. And remember this, and I want you to leave it. I've learned this is, peace and joy. Those are things that belong to you. Those are God's gifts to you. Nobody can take them from you unless you let them. Nobody can take them from you. Death can't even take it. Death can't take. I used to let the grief and death take away my peace and joy, and I decided to take it back. I decided to take it back, and I embraced the ups and the downs. I took the positive with the negative, and I understand it's like peace and joy belong to me. And I'm going to have those moments of grief. But when grief shows up, peace and joy step in to say, okay, yes, it hurts, but we can still smile through it. So, yeah, hold on to your peace. Hold on to your joy. Hold on to things that bring you peace and bring you joy. Okay? And I promise you, no matter what that person not being here, you're going to always find them in the small details of the holidays. And when you see them in those small details, I want you to smile like they're standing right beside you. Because when you catch those details, it's crazy because you could be sitting there walking through and you'll catch something at the corner of your eye, or you'll smell something, and something that you wouldn't really pay attention to. And think of that as them just sitting there reaching out to you saying, hey, I love you. You got this. And I'm still here with you. All right? So pray for your friends as they navigate through these holidays. Do your best to be as supportive as possible. Um, More empathy and less sympathy. Be empathetic and understanding, and love them through that. Love them through that. Because Regina King said something that was so critical and very important when and that's helped, honestly, that's helped me navigate through my gift, through my grief. And with my gift and my grief together. She said, grief is nothing but love. No, grief is love that has nowhere to go. And I said, wow. And that's true. Grief is love that you're used to sharing with another person. You're used to giving to a person, and you can't give it to that person because it's special and it's custom made for them, and it belongs to them, and it's a certain piece of your love you want to give to them, and you can't give it to them because they're not here. Even though it's custom made, even though it's made for them, sometimes we want to put that love somewhere. So as you help that person navigate, just be that person that's able to receive that love that has nowhere to go. I'm grateful because I do feel like even in these moments of my auntie being gone, it's hard because it is a lot of love that I'm used to, love and memories. And that's what it is. Those memories are love. And these moments that I want to share with her, they're love. And I want, because of my love for her, my trust for her, and I have no place to put it. And thankfully, I have people that give me the opportunity to give that love to them. Those memories, those phone calls, those laughs, those tears, especially my auntie's cousin and best friend. Monifa's our cousin, but it's my auntie's best friend. And she and I lean on each other so much. My auntie passed because we were really close with my aunt. We grew up with her. Um, like, I spent more time with her out of all my siblings, no shade. And so did Monifa. So my auntie and I grew up like brother and sister, more so than auntie and nephew. And with Monifa, it was like sister and sister. So we're looking like, shit, we got each other. That's all we have. And things that we will pour into her, we pour into each other. And she's the love that she wants, that she can't physically give to my aunt, or she can't, like, I receive it, and vice versa, So, yeah, that's how we're going to navigate through this holiday season together. You, me, all of us. We're going to understand that grief is nothing but love with nowhere to go. And what we're going to do is we're not going to get frustrated in the fact that it has nowhere to go. We're going to find places to put it. We're going to direct that love towards people around us. We're going to direct that love into memories. We're going to direct that love into our actions. We're going to be intentional with giving that love in other areas. All right. So that's all I got for you guys. Oh, 32 minutes. I love you all. I got some changes that I'm going to be taking from next year. The date of the videos are going to change. Oh, hoodies. I'm going to be talking about hoodies. We have different colors available. Yes. They're $50. I'm ordering my black one. That's going to be coming soon. We have black, blue, purple, green, pink, red. Those are the colors that I have so far. So let me know if you like one, because it is winter time. And I love you all, and I will see you all later.